Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Well, today I want to introduce you to a couple of idioms which you might find useful after a hard day at work. So, picture the scenario: your day at work is terrible, you stagger home because the day has been so bad, and these are a few idioms that you can use. One of my personal favorites that I use a lot is, oh, my feet are killing me. My feet are killing me. And that basically means that because you've been standing up a lot, or because you've been walking home or on public transport, or maybe just standing all day at work, it means that your feet are very sore, very painful. So you can say, oh, my feet are killing me. Oh, because maybe you've been wearing tight shoes all day, you know? It's very common to say that. After another hard day at work, you might say, oh, uh, I was so tired after my day at work yesterday, I poured myself into the car and managed to get home, or my husband had to pour me into the car. So the idea is that you've had such a hard day, you're like liquid. You pour yourself into the car. To pour yourself into the car, another one you can say is, my day was so bad that at the end of it, I just collapsed in a heap. In a heap. So that just means that you fell down and you looked like a little heap of something. A heap is spelled H-E-A-P. If you think, for example, of a trash heap, if you dump rubbish in the rubbish tip, you leave a little mound. It looks like a little mountain, doesn't it? So that's a heap of something. Yeah. Heap is a good word to use in other ways. For example, how much sugar do you take in your coffee? Oh, heaps. Heaps of sugar, not just a spoon. Just give me the whole jar. I take uh, a cup of sugar with tea, not a cup of tea with sugar, for example. You can use heaps with anything. Oh, look at all those people. There's heaps of people over there, which means mountains of people, loads of people. So heaps, H-E-A-P-S. So you can say, oh, I had such a bad day yesterday. I went home and just collapsed in a heap in the corner, or collapsed on a heap on my bed, collapsed into a heap is a good way of saying it as well. Probably that's the best one. I collapsed into a heap, or in a heap is what you would say. So these are all phrases that you could use if you had a bad day. Oh, my feet are killing me. Or, I just want to go home and collapse in a heap. In a heap, I-N. And the other one there, of course, was, oh, it was such a bad day. I just went home and poured myself into the car and somehow managed to drive myself home, or poured myself into the train. That's another one. There's loads of those. There's a few others just to describe the day itself. For example, if you stagger home and your wife or husband says, hey, how was your day? You could say, oh, I've had better days. That would be the polite English way to say it. Nothing went according to plan today. That's a good one. Another one that I use quite a lot, one that I like very much, is today was a right royal mess. It means it was a big important mess, because our royals are very important people. So a right royal mess would mean a mess to the point of it being so important it looked like it was something royal. It was really awful. Oh yeah, this is a nice one. I really needed that day like a hole in the head. And that's something you can say about anything. For example, if your wife says, aren't you going to call your friend John? You might say, oh no, no. I really need to do that like a hole in the head. It means like an injury, like a hole in the head. Especially if it's something you really, really don't want to do, you know. For example, when your wife tells you that the mother-in-law is coming to visit for a weekend, you might say, I need that, like a hole in the head, like a hole in the head. And you can use it in any different scenario for anything that you don't like. It's just expressing the amount of things that the amount of things or the amount of feeling you have against it is the best way to describe it, I think. An American one, which we hear quite a lot here, is the day went to hell in a handbasket. And it's also an insult. Oh, go to hell in a handbasket. I don't care. I don't use that one myself, but I do use it was the day from hell, or it was the mother of all hellish days. That's another one of mine that I quite like. Another really common one that I use, the day went pear-shaped. Pear-shaped. So that means it went from being a healthy round circle into a kind of pear shape, a kind of a triangle. So it just went blah. So these are some good ones. Of course, to be cheesed off is another one if you're upset. I was so cheesed off today, although I always prefer teed off. That's Teed. I was teed off. Yeah, yeah, and that's some nice ones. Yes, yes. I've had better days would be the most polite of those, you know. The day from hell, you can actually describe people from hell as well. Like if you go to hospital and you have really bad treatment, you can say, oh, I was in hospital last week and I had the nurse from hell looking after me. Or, oh, my cat misbehaves. Some days it's just like the cat from hell, you know. Another one might be, if you go to the doctor and the appointment is really bad news, or just the doctor's running late, you can say, you know what? I had the appointment from hell at the doctor's today. So those are a few expressions that you can use in these days of stress. My personal one is, oh, my feet are killing me. I use that daily because my feet really are trying to kill me, I think. I'm very glad that the days of the 1980s have gone when we had to wear suits and pointed shoes. I'm sure they destroyed my feet because even now I still sometimes feel a lot of pain. So my feet are killing me. Okay, that's it for me. Well, I hope you've enjoyed these idioms of how to describe a bad day, and I really hope that you use some of them. That's it from me. Have a great day ahead. I'll be going to some conference celebrating 100 years of Scottish broadcasting, which is taking place today. Oh, that'll be fun, but the faces on them, you know, media people, they all have those big teeth and pearls. You know, the women tend to be looking very kind of, I don't know how you would describe them, aggressive, maybe waiting for the next news story, but immaculately dressed, you know, or as we say in England, dressed up to the nines. Oh, so they'll all be there, big teeth, lots of makeup, perfect hair, trying to say how wonderful they are. I'm not sure I'm looking forward to this, but still, I do want to hear about the history, if they ever stop talking about themselves, that is. Okay, see you all. Bye.